becoming the Cleveland Browns head coach once again.
I love it. I think it's a great move for Cleveland. Obviously, there is the the history and the link there. He did a great job in Kansas City, did a great job in San Diego, a great job in Atlanta. Everywhere he's been, this guy's done a great job. And, I think San Diego cut him a little too early. And I think Cleveland, he could be just the answer that Cleveland's looking for.
Iceman says the best prison football team that could ever be assembled. Michael Vick, Plaxico Burress, and O.J. Simpson. Who's next? That would be an interesting team to watch. But good old Iceman, always thinking of crazy stuff like that. But, Schottenheimer on, the radar. But here's the thing I don't understand. Okay, it's been a rough year for Cleveland. I think we all expected that. All this hype that was coming in with the Browns, having this potential offense that could, rival the Colts and the Patriots. Remember all that hype, and, I myself basically just laughed at it when I heard that.
Potential is a funny word.
The potential is a very hysterical word, if you ask me. But, it kind of, things like that, when I hear, we're planning on 2009, and we're planning to do this, that, and the other, it's like, have you really just forgot about the 2008 season once that's all said and done? I mean, I know it's been a bad season, but, you could still finish this out. Last time I checked, you kind of have a depleted quarterback position, if you will, with Anderson and Quinn being out for the rest of the year. Now you had to go with Ken Dorsey of University of Miami fame, if you will. But, you got scenarios that's going on right now, and you're wondering about 2009 and getting Marty Schottenheimer to be your coach again. It kind of makes me wonder if their head, regarding Phil Savage, the GM for the Browns, if he's really in the right place right now, if he's really in the right mindset, if he's already starting to plan for 2009. It seems as though they kind of just went ahead and abandoned ship.
It's such a tough call, because
that's when he's not emailing fans back saying F off.
Yeah, I think the ship sailed on the season unquestionably for the Browns, but these players have worked hard, and there's no reason for them to, raise the white flag. Can't necessarily blame the front office though for starting to look at who could potentially be the successor for Romeo Cornell. It's no secret. They were talking about maybe getting rid of him last season before they had the great season that they had. So. The front office has got a job to do also. I hear what you're saying, and I think out of respect to the players and all their hard work, you shouldn't necessarily wave the white flag regardless of what your record is.
Right, and, I guess that's what I'm just saying right there. It's just, I know you want to get certain things in motion, but, you do still have a job to finish up right now. And, to see Phil Savage already starting to plan for 2009 when we still have just a little under a month left of football and stuff like that, and you got other things that are kind of very pressing right now at the moment. An example of what you're going to do with your quarterback position now with Brady Quinn and Derek Anderson. You got Quinn some playing time. He was solid. He didn't do anything impressive, but, he was solid. He did well. He kind of did prove he can play at this level in the NFL, but at the same time, it's just like, you're already worried about 2009 when you got all these other issues that's going on. Again, when you're not emailing Cleveland fans to F off and be a Buffalo Bill fan. You heard about that, right?
Yes.
Oh, my. Yeah, I couldn't. I was just like, wow. That was. Okay, Phil Savage. You couldn't have done it any more of a constructive way. Way to be a professional on that level. Regarding some of the other stories we hit on, talked about the. Scenario that's going on with the suspensions, the whole diuretic substance that was found, that was banned by the NFL. The suspensions are on postponement at the moment because a federal judge is trying to sort this mess out that was just thrown at him. Here you have the NFL saying, we hand out notes and we, constantly update what is on the, substance abuse, the banned list, if you will, when it comes to what players are putting into their bodies when it refers to substances, while the players union are coming out and saying, hey, this certain substance that you say was quote-unquote banned was not relayed to us. So now you have that, dilemma and that conflict between the NFL and its players union, and it just seems like where is this miscommunications coming from? You know what I mean? How I kind of find it hard to see that big of a miscommunication, that big of a gap when it comes to, what players can put into their bodies and whatnot, and what's allowed and what's not allowable. Again, players should know what they're putting into their bodies. They should know what the substances are that they can't put in. But I mean, who do you tend to favor more on this? Do you tend to favor the NFL in this argument, or do you tend to favor the players union? I mean, is it really? I find it hard to believe that the NFL would kind of say, "Oh, whoops, yeah, we forgot to say that one."
Yeah, I mean, I kind of find it hard to believe too that they would, maybe misfile that. But anything's possible, and obviously this judge is going to take a look at it. If there was something, if this wasn't anything, and he didn't have as much stuff to read through, then possibly he would have just been like, no, I can make my decision now. So, obviously he's got to look at this. He's got to take his time and think about it, so there may be something to it. The other thing is, how often, and, we don't know this, how often does the NFL release these lists of banned substances? Is it a weekly thing, an hourly thing, a daily thing, a monthly thing? I don't know. Substances change by the minute in this world. So,
oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't know how on top of it.
They seem to be, getting out quick. Oh, ouch. I'm sorry, I just broke away from thought here. I'm watching the Cowboys-Steeler game, and Kelly Washington just got his leg bent. Oh, that was bad.
Speaking of broke.
Oof, that was horrible. Denny Hamlin of the Cowboys was making a tackle as Roethlisberger completed a pass to Washington as they're trying to drive to tie the game up, and Washington got his leg tied up. Oh, that's bad. Oh.
Oh, his knee.
Yeah, that's bad.
His knee. He's got a torn something, folks. If you're not watching this game.
Yeah. And Hamlin didn't let go.
He's got a torn something,
and I know
you can see it.
Nate Washington, thank you. Wow, he's able to walk and get off. That's okay. Maybe he just cramped up. I don't know. My gosh, that looked bad.
There was some little knob bone part of his knee sticking out.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking that at least he may be. Wow.
Yeah, he just jumped up.
He may be okay. I'm still thinking you got some meniscus or cartilage damage there, son.
Yeah, that was rough. But we'll keep an update on this. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go, and Pittsburgh trying to tie it up right now against Dallas.
He was probably able to jump up because he probably had some kind of substance in his system.
Hey, we got a message from Joe Theismann. Said that wasn't bad.
Well, true.